everyone, welcome back to another video. And today we have Vidhi, aka the young psychologist, with us, who's going to be sharing her experience as a bachelor student at DU. Welcome, Vidhi.
Thank you so much for having me. I am excited and I'm looking forward to this. I am Vidhi and my page is known as the Young Psychologist. And interestingly, this is the page that I made when I was in second year of my undergrad at DU. And the very name is also inspired by some events that happened in DU itself. So we'll save that for later in this conversation. But yeah, about myself. So I am in my final year of MSc Counseling Psychology from Christ Central Campus. And I like to make content. I also like to teach and guide students. And I am currently seeing clients under supervision. So yeah, that's about me.
Can you share about your personal experience as a whole from DU as a university?
Yes. So as we all know that University of Delhi में different colleges हैं. And it is kind of important to understand that the experience that you would have in a college like LSR would be very different from the kind of experience you would have in any other college. तो वैसे तो it is DU only and हमें पता है कि DU के सारे colleges में curriculum same होता है, but then things which make the experience a little different is the faculty, it is the college environment, and it is the rules that a particular college would like to have. So I will be focusing on Zakir Hussain because that was my college. And I would say that the faculty is great. Some of the faculty is very friendly and बाकी faculty बहुत ज़्यादा knowledgeable है, काफ़ी सारा experience है उन्हें. 2-3 of our teachers, they have 10 years of experience working in clinical settings. So, when they teach, wo pata chalta hai. And some of the learning that I got from their classes, I continue to, have that. And I have displayed that learning in my interviews or when I teach students. तो वो चीजें याद रह जाती हैं and बाद में तुम जाके दूसरों को सिखाते हो. So I'm very grateful to them for that. Baki, the faculty is great, as I just said, and it is the kind of environment, where you are on your own, and basically it's like nobody is gonna come behind you and make you do things. So it is that kind of a place where individuals who, value freedom and autonomy would kind of thrive, because they can work on their own pace and they can adjust to the flexibility and kind of see how they want to spend time there, how they want to get their things done. So this is how the environment is like. Baki food is very important to me, so I'll also discuss about the canteen. Unfortunately, the canteen was a disappointment, because most of the times they didn't have the food on the menu, and if they had, it was not that great. But chalo, anyway, cultural events and all ठीक है, societies भी ठीक ही है. थोड़ा politics तो सारी societies में होता ही है, but overall it was a fair experience. एक साल का experience था हमें क्योंकि हम COVID batch वाले हैं, तो 2 years हमें जाने को मिला नहीं, and एक year जो मिला था वो ठीक था.
Like you mentioned that there are multiple colleges under DU. So do you think being in a particular college is better than being in something else? Are they on a hierarchy or does it really not matter?
Okay, so this is something that not many people would agree with. And this is also something that I have personally witnessed and something I have observed in others as well. And bottom line यही होगी कि it doesn't really matter कि आप कौन से कॉलेज से कर रहे हो, क्योंकि as I said कि सारे कॉलेजेस का करिकुलम एक ही है. करिकुलम एक है. हाँ, करिकुलम एक है, इसका मतलब कि जो रेफरेंस बुक्स एंड रिसोर्सेज हैं वो भी सबको एक ही मिलेंगी. ठीक है. एंड जब फर्क की बात आ जाती है वो यही होगा कि हर कॉलेज में कुछ कुछ फैकल्टी होती है, लाइक इवन द टॉप कॉलेजेस वुड हैव सम ग्रेट टीचर्स एंड 1 or 2 टीचर्स जिनकी क्लास में यू वुड हैव टू पुट सम एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट फ्रॉम योर साइड, एंड द सेम इज विद अदर कॉलेजेस विच आर नॉट कंसिडर्ड दैट गुड रैंकिंग्स एंड ऑल के नाम में, बिकॉज वहां पे भी एक दो टीचर्स ऐसे रहेंगे जिनकी क्लास में आपको थोड़ा और एफर्ट डालना पड़ेगा अपनी साइड में, एंड कुछ टीचर्स ऐसे रहेंगे जिनकी क्लास आप बिल्कुल मिस नहीं करोगे, यू वुड डू एनीथिंग टू जस्ट अटेंड देयर क्लासेस. सो इट रियली डजंट मेक दैट काइंड ऑफ अ डिफरेंस बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली व्हाट यू डू एज अ स्टूडेंट is what matters. तो ऐसा नहीं है, because even in top colleges you would have some students who don't do much, like they just don't put the effort. But then in other colleges you would see कि even the ones which are not that famous, वहाँ पे भी students होते हैं जो अपनी मेहनत से कहाँ पहुँच जाते हैं. So this would be my bottom line.
That's interesting. I never looked at it from that perspective.
Yes.
So, what do you think is like a pro and a con, pros and cons of DU? Because as a name, everyone's like, oh, DU में मिल गया, DU में मिल गया. But there are
Yeah. You know, there is that meme which says that you are the adult. I mean, I cannot recall what it says, but then this very statement is like a pro and a con itself, because I also heard your interview with Cherry, right? And she mentions this thing that you're on your own. So I would say the same thing applies here, because okay, you are on your own, it is a pro and it is a con as well. It is a pro because you know, you don't have anybody to tell you कि जाके ऐसे करो. You don't have any put rules on you कि नहीं ऐसे ही करो. मतलब तो वो discipline and all नहीं है. And I feel कि you know, young adults, we have already crossed that stage where we needed to be disciplined. So now we can, you know, live the way how we want and all that. तो उस तरह से कोई रूल्स नहीं है हमारे ऊपर. बट देन ये ही एक कौन बन जाता है कि कोई रूल्स नहीं है, कोई डायरेक्शन ही नहीं है, मुझे नहीं पता मैं क्या करूं. सो दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस. अब कितनी बारी ऐसे होता है, दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच हैज been observed in multiple DU colleges, is that they don't really you know, function on schedule or something. So it's like go with the flow kind of a thing. But then there are people who prefer structure, है ना, कि मुझे पता होना चाहिए कि इतने बजे मेरी क्लास है, इतने बजे से इतने बजे तक मेरा ब्रेक है, सो दैट मैं सब पहले से प्लान करके रखूं. पर DU में क्या होता है कि फ्लो के साथ चलते रहते हैं सब, मतलब आराम से चिल. तो ऐसा है DU का एनवायरनमेंट. तो अब जिसको ऐसे पसंद है उसके लिए प्रो हो जाएगा, जिसको ऐसे नहीं पसंद उसके लिए कौन हो जाएगा.
So why did you choose DU? And did you have any other preferences?
Okay, so as you know, I'm from Delhi, right? And when we were kids, we used to read the newspaper, जहाँ पे फ्रंट पेज की हेडलाइन पे DU 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 DU, है ना. And the kind of pressure from teachers when you're in 12th कि 100% लेके आना है, DU में जाना है. तो this is the kind of ideal standard that was set for ourselves. एंड हमें इतना टाइम मिला ही नहीं है सोचने के लिए कि मुझे कौन से कॉलेज में जाना है, बिकॉज फ्रॉम अ वेरी यंग एज दिस वाज इम्पोज्ड कि DU अच्छा कॉलेज है, वही जाना है. So I think that had also become my way of looking at it, my thinking कि मुझे करना है तो DU से ही करना है. And I'll be honest here that the curriculum of DU for psychology is quite impressive. अब वो जाके implement होता है नहीं होता वो अलग बात है, but the way how it is on paper, it is quite impressive because they kind of, you know, expose you to multiple fields of psychology in a span of 3 years, now 4 years. So, like, you know, clinical counseling, HR, health psychology, sports psychology in some colleges, forensic psychology in some. So, it is really that comprehensive. So, I personally liked the curriculum, and also, you know, the thing that is imposed on us, ki DU hi jana hai. And then again, it was in Delhi, and I was not ready to kind of move at that age. So I think that that is why DU. I did get into AUD as well, but then I wasn't sure about their curriculum. मुझे मिल गया था DU. I was like ठीक है यहीं चले जाएंगे. And बाकी दिल्ली में है भी नहीं इतने colleges psychology के लिए, so that is kind of a disadvantage. There's DU, AUD, there's Amity, but then again that's very far. There's Christ NCR, which is also very far from where I live. So DU was like that option, which was kind of ticking all the check boxes that I had for myself.
That makes sense. And then again, it is DU.
Yes.
Quoting the newspaper. Do you have any tips for people who are preparing for CUET UG and aiming for DU?
Okay, so I have personally not given CUET UG, so I don't think I'm the right person to guide for that particular specific exam. But since I kind of mentor and guide students who are preparing for competitive exams, I can give some general tips, right? So I would say that for an exam which is as simple as CUT, matlab it is simple for me because I'm about to finish my master's. But let's look at it developmentally. The
Hmm.
children who are just, giving it for the first time. So I
Hmm.
would say ki, two, three things that are coming to my mind. Ki pehle to make NCERT your Bible, because I have seen that most of the questions that are asked, they are from NCERT. And
Clarity.
at that, and at that age, at that level, we don't have any other kind of books. Like I wouldn't recommend people to do stats SK Mangal say, because that comes at a much later stage. So
Hmm.
again, looking at it developmentally, I would say कि NCERT 11th and 12th की बहुत अच्छे से करो. उसमें जितने भी टेबल्स हैं, उसमें जितने भी डायग्राम्स हैं, उसमें जितने भी फ्लो चार्ट्स हैं, हर चैप्टर के एंड में ग्लॉसरी करके है. एंड एकदम बुक के एंड में there's some keywords and all that. So that is very important. Being thorough, treating NCERT 11th and 12th like your Bible would really be helpful. Baki, after doing your theory, I would highly recommend everybody to do MCQs, because ultimately the exam is also an MCQ format, right? तो जितने MCQs करोगे उतना अच्छा है, because you know there would be some questions that there would be some topics that you would have left from NCERT, but then when you see an MCQ question of the same, you'll be like, मुझे ये नहीं पता था, ये
Hmm.
मेरे लिए न्यू चीज है, so I'll make a note of it. ठीक
Hmm.
है, so that doesn't just habituate you to the process of solving MCQs, but it teaches you new things that you wouldn't have known otherwise. तो इतनी सारी resources हैं MCQs practice करने की. Past year paper से भी solve start कर सकते हो, because that gives you an idea कि this is what came, so this is something that I can expect this year also. So NCERT, MCQs, and I would also say कि जितना जल्दी start करोगे उतना अच्छा है, because when you start early you are a little calm, and अगर तुम 2 घंटे भी दे रहे हो एक दिन के, तो वो end में जाके फिर इकट्ठा हो जाता है. And also I would say this is a mantra that I also followed when I was preparing for PG entrances, that it is not about motivation or demotivation, but rather it is about consistency. Because let's be honest, we are humans. It is not possible to stay motivated every day, right? So there would be some days where you would not have the motivation, you wouldn't want to study, and your study quality and your productivity levels would also fluctuate on a daily basis. So we often tend to be a little critical of ourselves, and we tend to beat ourselves कि मैंने नहीं किया, मेरा कुछ नहीं होगा. But then consistency is something that really helps you, even on the day when you don't want to do it, but you've studied consistently. उस दिन पे जो सीखा है ना, वो एग्जाम के टाइम पे सच में हेल्प करेगा. So consistency is over motivation, and demotivation is something I would suggest.
Motivation, demotivation, consistency. I think that makes sense. Also, like when you're trying to like work out or do even like normal
Yes.
daily activities, the ability to stay consistent is more harder.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. I shall remember. Apart from that, how is the extracurricular activity like at BU? Like the sports events, the cultural events, like life at BU?
So, in that sense, it's pretty impressive, because every college has all these different societies and clubs. I
Hmm.
can remember photography club, theater club, Western singing. I was in that. Indian singing is also there. Western dance, classical Indian dance. Everything is there. And you're also free to form your own society. So fashion society was also there at our college.
Hmm.
And someone also started this mental health society. So you can form your own societies, and the best part about this is that there are inter college events and inter college competitions. तो उसमें जाके समझ आता है कि ड्यू लाइफ एक्चुअली ऐसे होती है, क्योंकि it's like an exchange of students. ये यहाँ जा रहा है, फिर ये यहाँ आ रहा है, तो मतलब ऐसे नेटवर्क्स बढ़ते हैं, ऐसे इंटरेक्शन होती है, एंड इट इज अ न्यू एक्सपीरियंस इन इटसेल्फ.
Hmm.
एंड जीत जाओ तो बहुत अच्छा है, अगर नहीं जीतो तो भी कोई बात नहीं. दैट इज ऑल्सो लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस, एंड परफॉर्मिंग इन इटसेल्फ इज अ लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस. सो I have performed at multiple events, and then the feeling when you're on stage and then people are singing with you, or when they're cheering for you, that is also a different experience altogether. So it is a place where your talents would come out, like you will embrace your talents, and 3 साल बाद एकदम personality भी, you know, you get a lot of skills like communication skills, team building, and assertiveness. There's a lot you learn, like these soft skills which you really cannot learn by studying, but then from these enriching experiences you learn all of that. So this is one really good thing about DU, which I really like, but unfortunately we couldn't have a lot of it because of lockdown and all. But then it's nice, and you also form connections with like-minded people, because I was there in the Western Music Society. So we used to have practice sessions, we used to learn from each other. And I mean, you know how it feels like when you form connections with people who are like you. So it was fun.
It's nice. A entire community and sense of being
Yeah.
together. That is really nice. How about like the class life and your personal life balance? Like, do you get to like stay, or is it like a 9 to 5 thing and personal life really mess up hoti hai, or how's that like?
Okay, so two things here. Again, it depends from college to college, because different colleges have their own timetable and also availability of the faculty. So, अगर कोई faculty class cancel कर दे, so you can go home early. या अगर कोई faculty सुबह ना है, तो और सोने को मिल जाता है. So this is how it's like. It depends from college to college, faculty to faculty. And next, honestly, in DU personally, I didn't have that much of a struggle to maintain the work-life balance, because number one, I was at home, right? So the comfort of home, you don't have to do anything, just be there, and you'll get everything. You'll get cut fruits, you will get food on plate. सामने ये लो खा लो, कुछ भी नहीं करना होता घर पे. So so it was pretty easy for me to have the work-life balance back in DU. And also, I am kind of saying that because now I am in Christ. I am in a different city. I'm away from home, so here I have to do everything myself. And Christ का एकदम fixed रहता है. In first year, it was 9 to 4. Now here, in second year also, it is 7:30 to 12:30, but we're also seeing clients, so it is much packed. So, and also you come back, you have to fend for yourself basically. So here it is, I would say it is quite challenging to have the work-life balance. But back in DU, if I compare, DU was nothing. It was no challenge at all. It could be different for people who are coming from different cities, because again, they also have to, do the domestic course or whatever. But DU उस सेंस में इतना प्रेशर नहीं डालता. तो DU में हो जाता है मैनेज वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस.
That is nice. That is actually home, sweet home. I think that was the entire advantage for the COVID batch.
Yes.
Chill karo. Moving on to the educational or the academic part of it, do you think that the faculties did provide you enough resources? Let's say कोई class में पढ़ा लिया तो PPT या फिर कोई books and notes, or like everything was by yourself कि खुद करना पड़ रहा है, खुद पढ़ना पड़ रहा है.
आई वंडर कि अंडर ग्रेजुएट लेवल पे ऐसे कौन सा कॉलेज है और ऐसी कौन सी फैकल्टी है जो हमें ये सब प्रोवाइड करती है.
Some
बिकॉज
colleges do that.
okay, that is interesting. But as per my experience, I think that is an age where
You
students,
should be doing it.
yeah, they tend to take the responsibility and accountability for their career, and a lot of onus comes to them कि तुम्हें कितना करना है, तुम्हें कितना एफर्ट डालना है, तुम्हें कितना आउट ऑफ योर वे जाना है. क्योंकि अब फैकल्टी का काम क्या है, वो क्लास में आके पढ़ाएंगे, बट तुम कितना ध्यान दे रहे हो. जो क्लास में हो रहा है वो तो बेयर मिनिमम ही है. बट जो अपस्किलिंग एज अ साइकोलॉजी स्टूडेंट होती है ना, तो तुम अगर अलग से कोई इंटर्नशिप कर रहे हो, तुम अलग से कोई ट्रेनिंग या कोर्स कर रहे हो, वो सब फिर हमारे ऊपर ही होता है, विच काइंड ऑफ डिस्टिंग्विशेस वन स्टूडेंट फ्रॉम द अदर. तो मतलब आई हैवंट कम अक्रॉस एनी टीचर जो ऐसे मटेरियल देंगे कि ये लो ले जाओ enjoy ऐसा.
Like,
मतलब
let's say कि अगर class में पढ़ा रहे with a PPT or something, so do they provide you that PPT and be like, these are the books you can refer to study further, something like that?
देखो वो जो जो बुक्स होती है रेफर करने के लिए वो तो ड्यू सिलेबस में ही लिखा होता है. लाइक इफ यू विल चेक द सिलेबस फॉर abnormal, कार्सन एंड बुटर नीचे लिखा होगा स्टैट्स मिनिमम एनकिंग एसके मंगल काउंसलिंग ग्लैडिंग कोरी व्हाटएवर. तो वो सिलेबस के अंदर ये लिखा होता है. वो तुम्हारा काम है कि तुम्हें फोटोकॉपी करनी है कि खरीदनी है या जो भी करना है, दैट्स अप टू यू. एंड क्लास में as for teachers giving the PPT or not, that depends from teacher to teacher. Some के गिविंग बट अदर्स आर लाइक कि नहीं खुद जाके अपना बनाओ वरना डिपेंडेंस हो जाती है.
Makes sense, makes
Yes.
sense. I think that is understandable. So does the syllabus also, did it help you to prepare for CUET or other entrance exams? Christ
Yes,
entrance,
yes,
Manipal, yes.
definitely.
Oh, that's
Yes, it did.
hmm.
Yeah, because I remember the syllabus. It's general psychology, statistics and research, abnormal counseling psychology, social psychology, um, developmental psychology, and psychological testing. So I very clearly remember studying biopsychology as well. I remember studying these subjects in my undergrad, and this is only the syllabus for CUET, UG, Christ, this, whatever.
Hmm.
So that thing was there. क्योंकि मैं even though lockdown था, even though COVID था, पर मैं ओपन बुक एग्जाम से पहले भी मेरे पास नोट्स होते थे. दैट्स वन गुड थिंग दैट आई डिड कि घर पे बैठे बैठे भी पढ़ाई करी. क्योंकि अगर नहीं करी होती तो एग्जाम से एक दिन पहले आई वुड बी लाइक भाई मैं क्या करूं. सो नोट्स बनाए साथ साथ में इवन तो क्लास में पढ़ाई अगर नहीं भी चल रही कोविड की वजह से बट आई यूज्ड टू मेक श्योर दैट आई वाज डूइंग माय थिंग एंड दैट रियली हेल्प्ड मी बिकॉज एट द एंड आई हैड दिस repository ऑफ मटेरियल कि wow I have done everything I know now that really helped me build confidence also.
I think so. That's nice. So, what would you suggest to people who are like in their bachelor's going to their PG in DU, like the preparation strategy for that situation?
The ones who are pursuing their bachelor's in DU and want to get into masters. Yeah. So I would say कि bachelor's में explore करो and kind of try to understand what you want your specialization to be. ठीक है, because mainly तो people are aware of clinical counseling IO only. एंड यही इंडिया से करना है तो इंडिया में भी कॉलेजेस यही स्पेशलाइजेशन ऑफर करते हैं. बट देन देर आर सम इंडियन कॉलेजेस विच ऑफर स्पेशलाइजेशन in neuropsychology. Quite a few of them, like Christ and NFSU, right? So neuropsychology. So use your bachelor's time to explore what you want to specialize in, right? And also, I would also suggest them कि try and do some internships ताकि थोड़ी सी स्किल्स बिल्ड हो पाए. ऑल्सो ट्राई एंड हैव सम फन क्योंकि मास्टर्स में फन भूल जाते हैं सब. फन क्या होता है पता नहीं. संडे भी फन नहीं होता. तो दिस इज द टाइम दैट यू नो you'll have fun and also have strong connections and have good friendships because जब तुम अलग अलग कॉलेजेस में जाओगे and you would want to rant about your colleges, you will call each other. So good friendships is also something very important.
There are a few colleges that provide a BA and the others provide a BSc. Do you think that makes a difference in your curriculum or your preparation strategies for further exams or the quality of education?
So, people think that BSc is more research oriented or it is more scientific oriented, whereas BA is more theoretical oriented. This is what people think. But if you actually, you know, check the syllabus, if you check the curriculum, you will see that 90% it's the same only. Because psychology is psychology. है ना, दोनों ही साइकोलॉजी. ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता ना कि ये साइकोलॉजी प्लैनेट वीनस की हो गई, ये साइकोलॉजी प्लैनेट मार्स की हो गई. Psychology is psychology. And if there are questions about research, so let me tell you that research is compulsory or optional. At the bachelor's level it is optional in BA and BSc itself. Now Christ में research is mandatory, bachelor's में करनी पड़ती है, but other colleges which offer BSc वहाँ पे I don't think it is that कंपल्सरी. तो रिसर्च का कंपोनेंट दोनों में है, इंटर्नशिप का कंपोनेंट दोनों में है. तो आई डोंट रियली सी वेयर दिस मिसकंसेप्शन इज कमिंग फ्रॉम बिकॉज मोस्टली इट इज similar. And ऐसा नहीं है कि you know if you've done BA that means you're not good enough. I have personally done BA, right? And I don't think that puts me at any disadvantage. So I think that all this is a myth कि BSc is better. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It's just the nomenclature. People think कि bachelor's of science है. Wow, science. Cool. But it's not really like that because, as I said, the psychology is the same in all the degrees, right?
So you also mentioned research. So was research a compulsory component at DU?
No, at the bachelor's level, it is not compulsory.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so like in a class of like 60, 70 people, there are some 10, 12, 15 people who do it.
Hmm.
And one unfortunate thing here is that um, there is some kind of screening that takes place. These are the students who are eligible for doing their dissertation, and I don't think that's quite fair
Hmm.
because in this process, some people who genuinely want to do it, if they're not able to clear the screening due to some reason, तो उन्हें वो chance नहीं मिल पाता. And
Hmm.
even faculty members are sometimes, occupied with their own work. So the kind of quality you would need and the kind of support you would need, because this is your first time doing something like this now. So you
Hmm.
would expect them to hold your hand and kind of give you the support and guidance, but वो कभी कभी नहीं हो पाता. तो
Hmm.
yeah.
So like out of a batch of 60 people, 10 get to do a dissertation while the others
Yes.
can choose not to.
Yes.
Hmm. That is interesting. So like, is there some other credit course or other subjects that they do while the other 10 people get to do research?
I cannot recall that, but I guess there was something. Yeah, because um, I didn't do a dissertation personally, but some of my classmates did. And while they were going for the dissertation viva, we were, doing something else. We were preparing for another viva, some another subject. I guess it was some practical, if I'm not wrong. And then we had viva on testing, research stats, and all that. So yeah, there is an alternate credit for that.
Hmm. Okay, that's nice. But at the same time, I feel like it shouldn't have been a
Yes.
choice.
Yes.
पर बात नहीं, masters में करेंगे.
हाँ.
And apart from that, so does DU at a bachelor level provide some sort of placements to students, or the entire batch is just going towards masters?
In psychology specifically, I mean, your smile is telling me the answer. No, in देखो, बैचलर्स लेवल पे साइकोलॉजी के लिए जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत लिमिटेड हैं, क्योंकि
Hmm.
हमें पता है कि एज अ साइकोलॉजिस्ट प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए मिनिमम मास्टर्स होनी चाहिए हमारे पास.
Hmm.
ठीक है. तो अगर हम साइकोलॉजिस्ट ही नहीं बनेंगे, so what kind of jobs would we expect, right? You can assist psychologists, you can shadow them. ये
Hmm.
सब काम भी कर सकते हैं अगर थोड़ी सी ट्रेनिंग एंड स्किल्स है हमारे पास.
Hmm.
बट डीयू में पर्सनली ऐसा कोई एक्टिव प्लेसमेंट सेल नहीं है जो साइकोलॉजी स्टूडेंट्स को ऐसे जॉब ऑफर करे. एंड आई एम स्पीकिंग मोस्टली ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ जाकिर हुसैन बिकॉज आई हैव पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस देयर.
Hmm.
Baki otherwise also, I have had friends from multiple colleges in DU pursuing psychology, and now all of them are doing masters. I don't really see them, just getting into job right after bachelor's.
The examination pattern of DU uh, is something different, or like, does it help you in a certain way, or like, what's it like to be in that process?
Uh, so personally, I do not think that their assessment, criteria, especially in the written exams, helps you anyway in becoming a psychologist, because it's more of a test of your memory capacity,
Mm.
right? And it's more of a test of how many pages you're able to fill.
Mm.
So personally, I don't think that's the most ideal way how you should assess students, because
Mm-hmm.
it's mostly theoretical. Even if they were to have some application based things in the theory, then it would have made a little sense. But
Mm.
यहाँ पे mostly it's like कि कितना याद कर पाए, कितना उसको पेपर में आके लिख दिया. So
Mm.
this is how their exams are like. But
Mm.
बाकी जब internals की बात होती है, तो that again depends upon the faculty कि उन्हें कितना interesting बनाना है. Now there have been teachers, teaching counseling, who have kind of, made their internals interesting by asking students to role play. So that is something that sounds like कि मुझे सच में skills मिलेंगी, इसमें दूसरों से भी सीखने को मिलेगा in
Mm.
abnormal. some professors have told students to kind of interact with people and kind of take their interview. So these are the things which really help you get the skills. And I think the idea where you ask students to write long answers is pretty regressive and not really also suitable to our profession, because when we are taking therapy, we do not need to remember any long answers or something. It's more about how well we've understood the concept and how well we're able to relate with the client or display our skills.
I think I could also relate to that, considering I had a similar experience in my bachelor's. I feel the entire education system needs to like change that part of
Yes.
the learning. Finally, what is that one message you would give to someone who is preparing for their bachelor's or their master's or their student as a whole who's watching this?
Okay, so earlier in the interview, I did share some tips for the same. So if you're asking me to share that as a final message, then I would say कि that again, that quote is coming to my mind. देर लगेगी पर हो जाएगा. Something सब सही हो जाएगा. I don't even know how it goes, but then that is the idea that I want to put forward. Because when we are in that journey, we're like, भाई मुझसे नहीं हो रहा, मुझे गिव अप करना है, मुझे करना ही नहीं है, क्यों आ गई मैं इधर, है ना? But then when you cross that time, you're like, wow, I did that. I have it in me. And then you realize that you are really resilient. You are really confident that you pass that time. So this is that like a final message. I know कि anybody who's seeing this, they must be going through some self-doubt or some shit कि भाई मुझसे नहीं हो रहा. But then, try to remind yourselves of the past achievements that you've had, or try to remind yourselves of the time when you were going through similar situations and you felt कि मुझसे नहीं होगा, but तुमने वो कर लिया और अब तुम यहाँ हो. तो फ्यूचर में भी तुम जब ये टाइम क्रॉस कर लोगे, तुम्हें ऐसा लगेगा कि भाई वो कुछ नहीं था, मैंने कर लिया, तो मैं ये भी कर सकती हूँ. So this is what I want to tell you, and I hope that this sort of gives you some motivation or boost if you're looking for it. And also, please try to be a little self compassionate towards yourself, because देखो भाई, जो फैकल्टी है, जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है, जो कंपटीशन है, like these environmental, these external factors are already sometimes not in our favor. अगर खुद अपने आप को सपोर्ट नहीं करोगे, खुद कंपैशन नहीं दिखाओगे अपनी तरफ, तो कौन दिखाएगा? आई नो इट्स वेरी हार्ड, बट देन सेल्फ कंपैशन रियली सेव्स यू एंड गोज अ लॉन्ग वे. And please try to take care of yourself, no matter what you're preparing for, no matter which exam you're preparing for. जितना भी पढ़ रहे हो, पर एक sound sleep of 7 to 8 hours, some physical activity, some movement. There are research benefits of this. It's not something I'm saying myself. And a good nutrition is very important, because we tend to eat a lot of junk, binge eating to feel in control. बट एक चीज, बस एक हेल्दी चीज, फिर 2 हेल्दी चीज, फिर 3 हेल्दी चीज, धीरे धीरे वी कैन बिल्ड हैबिट्स. एंड एग्जाम का क्या है, एग्जाम तो ठीक है आते हैं जाते हैं, बट जो हमारी हेल्थ है दैट इज कांस्टेंट. सो वी शुड ऑलवेज take care of that. And also remember, we want to be psychologists, and that we have a client in front of us. तो as psychologists, अगर हमारी खुद की mental and physical health एकदम proper नहीं है, then how do we expect that we can really help the client? As always, that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and I have personally seen that there are days when I'm not doing my best and I just don't feel very present in my sessions. So this is something I'm saying as a student and as a psychologist in training, that taking care of your health is very important. And lastly, your college or the place where you get admission does not define your worth. It's very important that I want to say, because कितने लोगों का नहीं हो पाता, in certain universities, and that doesn't mean they are a failure, right? Because number one, the seats are so less, 50 seats, 60 seats, the cutoffs are so high. तो अगर किसी का 91 आया और अगर किसी का 90 आया और 90 वाले का नहीं हो पाया, तो क्या तुम ये बोलोगे कि 91 वाला सक्सेसफुल है और 90 वाला फेलियर है? ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते, राइट? इतने से मार्जिन से वी कैन नॉट डिसाइड कि ये फेलियर है या ये सक्सेसफुल है. सो ultimately the college does not define your worth. Everybody puts in the hard work at their own capacities. So we must kind of also celebrate that and remind them of their strengths. The fact that they're working so hard is a strength in itself, right? So taking care of your health and just putting as much hard work as you can wherever you go will really make you a good psychologist, and you will really, you know, touch lives, heal people in a few years from now. And I wish everybody all the best for whichever field in psychology they want to get into. And I'm very excited to see them in the field one day. So, yeah.
I think that was really heart touching, especially the part where you spoke about self compassion. Every
Yes.
interview I take, I feel like there's this one thing that I take a key for myself, and the self compassion part is something I really needed because at a personal level, I feel like I do lack that, and I will put that into my daily habit. Thank you so much. And I know a lot of people who are watching this have also learned something from this video, and I'd like to thank you on behalf of them as well. And thank you so much for being a part of this interview. It was really great having you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad that I could share, things at a
Mhm.
very broader level because of the opportunity given by you. I'm really glad I got to voice my learnings and everything. Thank you so much.